So guys, as usual with GTA Online updates, Rockstar do like to drip feed things into the game. Essentially they do this to not keep things as boring, but we do have some really good content coming up over the next few weeks and also months, and specifically in this video I will be focusing on one of the new sort of properties. This property will of course be the McKenzie Airfield, so sort of like a new hangar. Obviously we don't really have too much information on this, but over on this website this pretty much sums up everything that we know about this so far. I will of course leave a link to this website in the description and pinned comment. So first things first, it says that there will be a brand new hangar offering new features and that players can buy the McKenzie Airfield hangar. With this being a drip fed piece of content, this could come in the next event, or who even knows, maybe even in the next few months. I have got a feeling that Rockstar might push this in the next event week, but I would take that with a pinch of salt. Hopefully in this next event we do get some really nice drip fed vehicles at the very least. This next paragraph says that a lot of information has been revealed through data mining the files on PC. The first thing that we have is a sort of price range. Supposedly this property will cost you guys just shy of $1.5 million. However, this is without any upgrades applied to it. I do wonder what the upgrades will be like. Maybe it's just the standard things like a living quarters, different customization options, just really basic things. And according to Test 2, apparently with the McKenzie Airfield you will gain access to 20 more aircraft slots in your existing hangars after you guys own the McKenzie Field Hangar. So this could be very interesting. I wonder if it is sort of like the storage that we already have at these hangars. Maybe you guys can switch between them, bring a vehicle that is in storage at the McKenzie Field and bring it over to your main hangar. I think that would be pretty cool. I mean, it doesn't sound too bad, but paying almost $1.5 million, potentially even more than this, just for 20 more storage slots, it sounds like, does sound a bit steep. Hopefully we can actually store some vehicles inside the McKenzie hangar, or at the very least go over there and spawn these different aircrafts. Now one of the main functions of this new hangar property will be to start up the Oscar Guzman files again, which is actually the name of these files. I'm not really sure why it is the Oscar Guzman files again. I did in fact look up on this and I think it is to do with story mode, which is probably why I did not understand the link. I have not played story mode in so long. A little bit of background on Oscar Guzman himself. He was born in Mexico and of course he helped Trevor in story mode with the McKenzie Field Hangar, pretty much helping Trevor deliver weapons and set up different deals. So all things considered, definitely a pretty cool character by the sounds of things. It is a shame that we have not had any glimpse of Trevor or anything, especially when we are essentially buying his hangar. Hopefully he does make an appearance. I think that would be so cool. Now earlier on in this video I did mention about the hangar and how it could sort of work with the different aircrafts that you guys already own, and Test 2 actually does go through this and he says that you can store them into your own hangar and customize them. Then you can request them from either the McKenzie Field hangar or your hangar, or instead the interaction menu. So it does look like it is sort of a separate thing, but you can call them together or something. Now just before we move over to some of the drip fed aircrafts, after looking around the McKenzie Airfield I did notice one thing, and it was on this sign here. You will see when I zoom into the sign it says contact Mr. X, but I'm not sure if this could be referring to your GTA Online character or maybe just Trevor, but I definitely found this interesting. I do believe that this sign has been around for a long time. I even think it was in story mode as well, so it probably just means nothing. I think the reason why Rockstar are adding this hangar into the game now is because of the more drip fed vehicles that we have, specifically some aircraft ones. For example, we have that new sort of Cargobob. I believe it is called the Iron Mule. This thing looks incredible. I watched a video on this compared to the Cargobob and I was honestly in shock at just how much better it is. If you guys remember the Cargobob and how slow everything was, even things like picking up a tank and barely being able to get off the ground. Well, this new Iron Mule helicopter that is coming to the game over the next few weeks or so can do everything with ease, and it is also super fast. I cannot wait for that vehicle specifically to come to the game. It will make the import-export business so much faster, and I will most likely be using that a lot more. Another one of the drip-fed aircrafts coming is the Titan 250D. Think of this as an AC-130. We already have some people who have some gameplay of this. I did watch some and this looks really good. It can also be used solo, but you cannot use the full range of weapons. If you are piloting this, you can only use one weapon on it, but even then, this weapon will be still really good. Essentially, the Titan 250D is just the AC-130, and in turn, just a better Titan. I think that we will be able to use the Titan 250D in the Oscar Guzman files again, missions when they get released. It would just make more sense. So I could probably see that this hangar will release around the same time as the Titan. I don't really see any reason it wouldn't, but I can't lie to you guys, I am really looking forward to this new Cargobob type of vehicle. We should have had something like this, or at least a massive buff to the Cargobob a very long time ago. I also do wonder which vehicles it can't pick up. Just imagine if it can pick up every single vehicle in the game. This would make everything so easy. For example, maybe you guys are selling your nightclub stock. You could then pick up the massive truck and get over to these different locations much faster. Then again, that might not work because you guys need to be in the vehicle to see the objectives, but there could potentially be ways around that, like waypointing the sell locations. I cannot wait to get my hands on it. Another drip-fed aircraft that we have seen is called the Western Duster 300H, and just looking at this vehicle, it does look like just a better Duster. If you guys remember the crop Duster, it is pretty similar, maybe just a better version of that. I also have a feeling that we might have to use this in the McKenzie Field Hangar missions, pretty similar to the Dax missions where you guys have to use the crop Duster. I honestly hated them missions so much. Now guys, just before I close this video out, I just wanted to mention some of the experience improvements or quality of life changes that Rockstar have made with this update. One of the first ones was owned law enforcement vehicles can now activate the emergency lighting separately from the sirens. This is relatively easy to do. You just want to press the horn button down, which is normally your left stick. So when you press it for the first time, the lights will come on with the sirens. If you press it one more time, the lights stay on but the sirens go off, and then the third press will turn off the lights. Another change is when launching certain missions like the salvage yard robberies, Project Overthrow, or the first dose and the last dose from LS Drug Wars, players will be granted 1 unit of body armor to use, which is based on the highest quality unlocked. I think this is a pretty nice change. I always find myself out of body armor, and especially for these missions specifically, which can be quite annoying sometimes in terms of the enemies. Definitely a pretty nice change. There has also been a range of updates made to the nightclub. One of the first ones is for the passed out VIP and troublemaker events. These things normally happen when you guys are inside your nightclub. You'll get a random blip on your map. Both of these events can now occur in passive mode. However, players will need to leave passive mode to interact with them, so that is a pretty interesting change. The spook threshold of the passed out VIP has also been increased, which will now allow players to drive at higher speeds. I personally do not really do these type of events in my nightclub because I just use that trick to get all of my nightclub popularity. By the way, that still does work because I did test that recently. I'm so glad that Rockstar have not touched that. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, essentially you guys go down to the basement level 1, log onto the computer, and then switch your resident DJ a few times, and each time you do this it will get you some popularity, but it will also cost $10,000, so you are spending money to make money. Another quality of life change is PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X and S players will now receive help text if they have any unclaimed career progress rewards. I think this is kind of useful because I always forget to check the career progress. I think at one time I had a bunch of rewards that were unclaimed, so overall pretty useful. There is also a new safety and alert space that has been added to the pause menu in the online tab. I did notice this when I first loaded into GTA Online with the new update, but I didn't really pay too much attention to this. Rockstar have also added new notifications that appear for remote players when a player is suspended from voice or text chat whilst in session. Players will also see help text alerting them how to turn off PC text chat when first sending or receiving a message. And that is really it so far for the quality of life fixes. Along with this update, we got a bunch of fixes as well. I will not go through all of these things, but I will leave a link to this website in the comments and also description if you guys want to check that out for yourself. But fixes like multiple issues that affected network stability in GTA Online and other things. So altogether really good. But yeah guys, this was just a video just detailing some different things, mainly focused around the drip-fed hangar. What do you guys think about this so far with everything that we have, all of the information on this? I also wonder how much these missions will pay out. At first when I heard about these Oscar Guzman files again, I thought it would have been one of the Darnell Bros business FIB files, but from what we have seen here, I don't really think it will be. I think it will be something we start separately over at the McKenzie Airfield, so this could be interesting as well. But yeah guys, definitely leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on this as well. Are you guys looking forward to these drip fed things? If you guys are, make sure to leave a like, and if you like this video in any way, shape or form, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss a video. Finally guys, stay safe, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.